Former President Donald Trump back in a lower Manhattan courthouse this afternoon, but not before making a surprise campaign stop at a construction site in Midtown this morning. Meanwhile, former tabloid executive David Pecker back on the witness stand today answering questions about how his magazine buried damaging stories on Trump. Among those stories, the ones involving Karen McDougal, who approached the National Enquirer magazine in 2016 with allegations of a sexual relationship with Trump. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live outside the courthouse this afternoon with more. NJ.
You're right, Dave. The Enquirer bought the story and buried the story. Why? Because the publisher says he had a secret deal with Donald Trump, an agreement the two men made to protect Trump after he announced his bid for the presidency in 2015. Prosecutors say Donald Trump wanted the story to go away. His one-time pal, former National Enquirer publisher David Pecker, returned to the witness stand this morning and explained how he engineered a deal to buy the silence of Karen McDougal, a Playboy model who claimed she had an affair with Trump. Pecker claims he had a deal with Trump and his attorney Michael Cohen to be on the lookout for damaging stories about Trump. When a doorman at Trump Tower claimed falsely that Trump had fathered an illegitimate child, Pecker paid the man $30,000 and buried the story. When Ms. McDougal surfaced, Pecker testified that he urged Cohen to buy the rights to her story and that he would broker the deal. But there was a catch. I said, "Who is going to pay?" He said, "You should pay." And I said, "Why should I pay? I just paid $30,000 for the doorman story, and this is $150,000. $150,000. Who's going to reimburse me for this?" And he said, "Don't worry about it. The boss will take care of it." And I took that to mean Donald Trump, and that I would be reimbursed from the Trump Organization or Donald Trump. It's all preparation for the centerpiece of the trial, the $130,000 payment Cohen allegedly made to Stormy Daniels to buy her silence. Donald Trump is accused of covering up the payment so it would not damage his campaign. Earlier, Trump made a surprise campaign appearance at a construction site in Midtown, telling Eyewitness News reporter Phil Tate that he was ready for day 7.
You're headed back inside the courtroom in just hours.
I'll be back in the courtroom, and all that is a political witch hunt.
And Pecker testified that he was never reimbursed for the Karen McDougal deal. He is expected to testify next about the Stormy Daniels deal, which is, of course, at the heart of this criminal case. We're live in Lower Manhattan. NJ Burkett, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.